In today's video, I'm talking about the 5 pros and the 5 cons about living in North Jersey specifically. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see what I love about living here, what I absolutely cannot stand about living here. Let's go. My first pro for living in North Jersey is its proximity to New York City, and there's a lot of great public transportation options to get you there. So New York City is going to be your greatest hub for employment opportunities and high-paying employment opportunities. Now, let me remind you that New Jersey is the most densely populated state in the entire country. And I would venture to say that North Jersey is probably the most densely populated section of New Jersey. So it's definitely a high traffic area. If you're commuting by vehicle to New York City, you're definitely going to be hitting traffic both to and from work during those rush hour commutes. Now, what I will say is also, I'm recording here in Morristown. I can literally hear on a Saturday the construction trucks and all sorts of noises from construction sites going on behind me. They're building new parking decks and apartment complexes and condo complexes. So this is an area that's a congested area that's getting more and more congested because of the continued growth year over year. Now, it's a great place to live, which is why people are trying to build here, because there's high demand for people that want to live here. So just something to consider when moving to North Jersey. Another one of my favorite things of living in North Jersey is its varied terrain. Now, I'm literally sitting on top of Fort Nonsense in Morristown. I have a beautiful view of the downtown Morristown in the valley. I mentioned you could see New York City skyline in the distance. When I go out for bike rides around this area, the varied terrain makes it a lot of fun. Obviously, going up the hill makes it difficult, but lots of downhills that are really cool, beautiful farmland and historic homes and just really great things to look at. And in the fall months, it doesn't get much better than North Jersey with the fall foliage along the mountainsides and the rolling hills. It's really a truly beautiful place to live. A con to living in North Jersey is that it does have very high taxes. Now, New Jersey in general has higher taxes than most of the country, but North Jersey in particular has higher taxes than other sections of the state. Now, I'm actually going to my client's house in Maplewood next week to do a little listing presentation. He's a buddy of mine. We go for bike rides all over North Jersey, and he lives in Maplewood, and he pays about $20,000 in taxes a year for a 1,600 square foot home. And the reason why he's considering moving is because he doesn't have kids that go into the school system. You know, he's paying all these taxes, and what is he really getting from it? So he's trying to sell in a very high demand area where there's easy commutes into New York City to a place where a little bit further out west, you get more bang for your buck and pay less in taxes. So he's trying to be a little more cost effective when he's not paying for kids to go to school anymore. But going back to the pro side is that a reason why we have those high taxes is because we have some of the best school districts and highest concentration of best school districts in this North Jersey area. Just go through some of my other videos that I've created on this channel, because really you can't go wrong with most school districts in all of New Jersey. I alluded to this earlier with the higher paying jobs in New York City and the high taxes, but it is a very expensive place to live. And what I like to make sure I tell my clients coming from out of state is that you want to make sure that your budget in New Jersey is going to kind of equate to the same lifestyle that you were living in the previous state that you're coming from. Just because you don't want there to be a huge discrepancy. A lot of my clients really do struggle with that. And even the ones that did move here struggle with that kind of budgetary issue. They still love New Jersey. It's just something that you really need to consider and really check your numbers twice, maybe 3 times before you make the move. My next pro for living in North Jersey is that there's an abundance of great job opportunities. So in particular, we've got the pharmaceutical industry. I actually worked on the campus of one of those in Navarre in East Hanover. Beautiful campus, really big company and huge employer throughout this section of New Jersey. And then also healthcare. There's a lot of healthcare related jobs in this area of New Jersey. And I actually worked for one of those as well. Atlantic Health System right in the town that is behind me here in Morristown. One of my clients moving down here from Buffalo is taking a job with Atlantic Health. Again, a large portion of my clients that come here from out of state are moving here for pharmaceutical jobs and healthcare jobs. Since I've been recording out here for a while today, it really reminds me of my next con for living in North Jersey, and it's cold. The winter months are pretty brutal. I would say anywhere between, end of November to the end of April, you're really looking at some colder type weather. You have some warmer days sprinkled throughout, but in general, it's kind of a long, dreary winter. It's overcast. We've got some, dead grass and nothing on the trees. Just from a mental health standpoint, it's not my favorite time of the year. I definitely could use some warmer weather in my life. But another thing to think about is that in North Jersey, there's significantly more snow accumulation than in other parts of the state. Now, that has something to do do with the elevation differences between the geography of the state. But in general, it really just like makes more of a mess than it is like fun and entertaining. So it's not like when you go to Colorado and Utah, big snow, we're all going skiing or snowboarding and gonna have fun with it. It really just makes a mess. I will say that the road departments do a fantastic job clearing the roads and really prepping the roads to make sure that everyone's commuting safely and can get to and from the grocery store, work, whatever it might be. So if you're coming from a state where that's not the case, like if you happen to come from the south where it snows like a millimeter and the whole town shuts down for a week and a half, not like that here. Things pretty much keep going along. You might have like a delayed opening for school, an occasional snow day depending on the timing of the storm, but in general, they do a really great job maintaining the roads. My last pro for living in North Jersey is that there's tons of entertainment options, and I'm a big sports fan, so we've got the Jets and the Giants at MetLife Stadium, where they also host a lot of big concerts. Then in Newark, we've got the Prudential Center, where the New Jersey Devils play, and right nearby there, we've got the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, where we took my son to see Bluey before our daughter was born. Bluey live, you know, it was great. If you know, you know. But in addition to that, there's also a bunch of other smaller performing arts centers kind of scattered throughout, like the town behind me. We've got the Mayo Performing Arts Center in Morristown, which has some pretty headline names that come through town every so often. And there's a bunch of other ones like that scattered throughout this section of the state. My last con for living in North Jersey, and what I'm going to wrap today's video up with, is that there's a lot of road work that goes on in North Jersey, and a lot of it has to do, I think, with the snow accumulation, treating the roads, plowing. It really rips up the roads, but I feel like there's a lot of detours and they're fixing up different roads and everything like that. And if you do have a sports car, something to consider is the brine treatments that they put on the roads before snow. It's actually more corrosive to your vehicle than the salt itself. So even though they do a great job prepping and preparing, it kind of makes for more work and potential headache in the warmer months because they're still fixing the issues that came up from the snow removal. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm going to be doing these videos again in Central Jersey, South Jersey, Jersey Shore. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of those other areas that I'll be covering. So just to remind you, I am a realtor in the state of New Jersey. I would love to be a real estate choice in making the move to New Jersey. So feel free to call, text, or email me at any time, and I'll see you next week.